Hasan says he owned a normal-sized single-family. He owns, not owned. He still owns it. A normal-sized single-family house.
It's probably true. It's just hilariously not relevant to why that
Is funny.
Like, well, because you're paying for the area that you're in,
Yeah.
and the amenities available to you, not the size of the house.
Yeah, he could rent an apartment for $7,500 a month.
Sure, yeah.
But
Like, there's a chance that maybe, I'm not sure, maybe my house has more square footage in Nebraska than his, but like do you want my $200,000 Nebraska
You still have that crib?
Omaha suburban house? Like, it's just such a stupid thing to say.
You know, that would be a classic. I'd like to get an old Steve stream back in the same room. Could we do that? Is there any world where that's possible?
I'll probably just write him a letter or send him a message and say, hey, I'll pay you like $1,000 if I can set a computer up for a day and stream here. I used to live here. They'd probably let me.
That would be good. I'd like to see that happen. Here's the timestamp from the thing.
No, do something else. Go to the next thing.
Okay. He'll watch it tomorrow. Sorry, this content has been hijacked.
It's like a 15-minute thing. I don't think you can survive it.
He only knows how to.
I like that this Yeet account, by the way, has become so goddamn unimaginably horny with its true purpose that it's basically just like revealing its hand. I saw this, like, Asmongold says Hasan seems schizo when he blames everything on Destiny and admits something crazy in the process. I go on Destiny subreddit too, part of the Illuminati for him. This motherfucker is only posting about Ethan Klein, myself, and people in Ethan Klein's crosshairs, okay? Literally, look at this.
XQC?
Like, with the one exception, Hasan has been farming that sponsorship money this week, with 2 being in the last 5 days. That's such a... Like, how is this...
You know what's funny? Is this account is actually destroying Hasan's mental.
It's this account plus the Ethan fan base, plus, I think it's those two things.
Like, it is destroying. He can't handle that he has...
plus the Asmongold stuff.
He can't handle he has haters. He's like, everyone should love me.
Kind of. It's not so much that, it's that usually he has the leverage to turn off the hate.
Yeah.
So like with Ludwig, when he made that video, and then Ludwig was forced to sustain himself on a week's worth of Hasan cum diet for making that one little joke, like he was able to tell Ludwig, you need to change this video or I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And Ludwig changed it immediately. But like with that one podcast, it wasn't Flagrant. Who was it? The anime one, Trash Taste?
Yeah.
Those guys literally told him, and they came out in the video and they said, we told Hasan, stop regaining our comment section. That probably felt really weird. I don't think he's a guy who's ever been told no in his entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Rape joke, just kidding. Stop. But no, it's probably driving him crazy. And then with Asmongold, he has no leverage. That's got to feel crazy. He probably had a little bit in the beginning where they were kind of like staying away from each other, but he has no control and no leverage over Asmongold. So
and also, Asmongold shits all over Hasan. He's like...
What do you mean? Oh, viewership-wise?
Yeah, like Hasan is nothing compared to Asmongold. Like, sure, Asmongold's not going on like AOC and Bernie Sanders' stream, but he doesn't need to. He's way more influential, way more powerful.
I'm really curious. Well, Hasan would view bot.
Yes.
He would have the ego for it. I am curious sometimes for like, what do you think his viewership was today when he was talking to AOC and Bernie Sanders?
I have no idea.
His normal viewership, I think, is around 35K. When I checked earlier, I didn't watch, maybe it went higher. It went up to like, I think like 45K. I would have assumed it would have been like 100 plus or something. That just seems like a huge...
I wouldn't be surprised if he viewed bots.
Maybe, yeah. That was really surprising me. I felt like he didn't get much of a viewer bump at all. Oh, okay, it got to 50K. That just seems...
Here's the thing. To me, and this is going to come off very offensive to you, but anyone who streams every day, all day, and they have nothing else besides streaming, like they have no other life, it all besides streaming, like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single day, 7 days a week, like Hasan does, they're fucking egomaniacs. Like, that's it. They live for chat to tell them everything. And when there's an entire world out there that hates them, it'll fucking break them. Like someone like that. Now, this doesn't apply to you because you don't stream as much as Hasan. I hate to tell you. It'd be nice if you did, but you don't. But
I think it plays out differently for different people. Hasan's biggest issue, Hasan's okay having haters, but he needs to be able to control them or like cast them aside or outgroup them. And it's really hard now with him being the second biggest streamer on Twitch. He has no control over Asmon's audience. And then with Ethan, it's hard because he has no control over that. And so he tries to tie it all back to me. That's always like the goal, is if he can keep tying everybody to me somehow, and I'm like the master alumni leader, then maybe he can discredit it all, but it's really difficult.
This is a really bad guy for Jews, I'd say.
Hasan?
Hasan is probably the worst that there is. I would say if I had the option to deplatform someone and I could choose one person, it could be Hasan, or it could be Nick Fuentes, or it could be, I don't fucking know, Jake Shields or any of these other dipshits. Like, I would choose Dan Clancy every day of the week.
Okay. I think right now it would be some three-way tie between like Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and Joe Rogan, but I think Joe Rogan had 2 like neo-Nazi historians on his podcast within like in like the same week.
You know what's funny with
Which is wild.
what's his face? Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
They had the number 2 anti-Semite of the year on their show, and then they had the number 1 anti-Semite of the year on their show.
Hassan already made that joke.
Did he? I feel like I made that joke before Hasan did. It's not
Hassan
a joke.
tweeted out the day after he was on the show. He was like, "Don't let the number 1 anti-Semite of the year have more viewers than you guys. Go watch the Theo Vaughn podcast."
How'd that do? Let's see. I'm curious.
I want to let.
Who asked? Hasan is 1 million views. Ooh, 2.8.
Rip.
That's almost like that's
Over double.
almost triple.
We'll say 2.5 times.
Yeah, closer to 3 times than 2 times. Triples, the trips. You know, the thing is, this guy looks like a fucking retard.
Who?
Theo Vaughn, look at him. He looks like fucking trailer. How'd this guy get so fucking popular? He looks like actual trailer park trash. He's got a full-on fucking mullet.
Why does that matter? He's funny. If anything, there's a name for this in psychology, I think, when it comes to like beautiful people. Like if you take a person who is conventionally very attractive, but then you add like one weird thing, supposedly that significantly boosts their attractiveness. Like you can imagine a plain looking girl, not to be mean, you know that one girl from Game of Thrones?
Cersei?
No, it's not Margaret. She ends up being she dies in the tower, it explodes. She's a hot girl. How do you not know who this is?
Oh, I know who you're talking. The fucking Joffrey's
She looks
wife?
like Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny?
Joffrey's second wife, yeah. Is it
Yeah.
Marjorie? Is that her name?
The Sand Viper people.
People are saying Natalie Dormer. Oh, is that her thing? Yeah. Like her having like the paralysis partially on one side of her face. It's really cute.
Who has paralysis on half
my
of their
God.
face?
Here, never mind. Go to the next topic.
No, I need to know this now. Who?
I don't know.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
Natalie Dormer? Fuck. She has paralysis on half of her face?
Doesn't she have like a mouth thing that causes her to have a weird look? Am I making this up or am I thinking of a different actress?
First off, I don't think she's like...
This looks crazy. These are like demonic pictures.
Yeah, she does not look attractive in these images. I'm going to be honest with you.
You're not wrong. Yes, you're right. Okay, I'm pretty sure she had like Bell's palsy or something. But if you have like a distinguishing like mole or something that you can look more attractive having like one feature off like that rather than just being like perfectly symmetrical. Yeah, if you scroll down, you can see
Where?
part of like
This one?
yeah, it looks like she's smirking, but I think she has like a Bell's palsy thing, I think.
Wow. What a serious deformity that really makes her stand out, that she's smirking in photos.
Yeah, but if you were a plain looking person, it would make you look probably grotesque. It's like the bald thing. Like if you have if you're bald but you're hot, like people are like, oh, that's actually really cool that he's bald. But if you're bald and you're like mid or ugly, then the bald makes you like even more hideous.
I don't find this I'm not doing the pointy elbow shit. She is like not attractive to me at all. You know who's way more attractive? Who are the sand snakes? Sand snakes. Gee, like these people. All 3 of them way hotter in every way.
They're way hotter doesn't mean the other person isn't hot, but
She's not hot.
okay.
I would give her a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Elbow's too pointy, unironically.
That's a take.
It's not a take. It's actually a fact.
It's a take.
I don't give a fuck. Okay. Also, I hate blondes in general.
I don't think was she blonde in that picture? I thought she was brunette.
Don't care. She looks like a blonde in my
Okay.
mind.
All right.
Trump admin. Okay.
Wait,
no.
why can't guys
What?
have brunette hair?
What are you talking about? What do you think you have?
Brown.
That is brunette.
You would never, ever describe a guy as brunette. Oh, I have a brunette friend. If you told a guy who's like, oh, you should bring some, he's like, oh, I have a brunette friend. I'll bring them. And then I showed up. I showed up
Real
to that
nice, Steve.
dinner, I don't think they would be very happy. They'd say, "Excuse me."
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to have like gendered.
No, it's a
Things?
gendered hair color.
Yeah, it is. Problem?
Yeah. Well, you just said it wasn't.
Well, maybe it is.
Okay.
Problem? I'm a brunette.
Okay. Go ahead. What do we got?
Okay. Mark Rober accused of faking an anti-Tesla. Oh my God, this was so good. This was so good. These guys lost their fucking mind over this video. Like the Tesla stockholders,
Okay.
the bag holders, lost their shit over this video of like Tesla crashing into a fucking Wile E. Coyote wall multiple times.
Okay.
How's it make you feel?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of it yet. So
You don't know any of this, huh?
no.
All right. Let's just watch the whole ass fucking video.
I'm in my Tesla on autopilot going 40 miles an hour towards a fake Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner painted wall. Please stop. Please stop.
And I'm doing this to see if Tesla's autopilot can be tricked, because it famously only relies on simple cameras to navigate the world, as opposed to much more expensive tech. In fact, we're out here today to run a bunch of tests in extreme conditions to see how those simple cameras on a Tesla stack up against other fancy cars that use more advanced technology.
Wow.
And the story of how I ended up as a crash test dummy in my own car started 6 months back at Disneyland as I was sneaking onto the famous
No one cares.
not because I'm incredibly rich. Back on track after a close call. An object is 4 slow-mo seconds, then you can wait 30 minutes on that slow-mo timescale before sending the next pulse. So it's actually really easy for the sensor to know exactly which laser pulse it's measuring, even if that happens 640,000 times in a single second. And with that, it was time for the execution phase of Secret Undercover
Okay,
Operation
we don't care about Disney World.
3D printers, which meant for the first time ever, this question marks days were numbered.
Got it.
So while the 3D printers were hard at work, we also
This guy is so much less cool than Vsauce. Vsauce would fucking shit all over this guy. This guy is nothing compared to Vsauce.
Sounds like they don't do the same type of content at all. But
They completely do the same type of content, except that Vsauce shits on this guy.
review the data we captured from the Haunted Mansion ride, where we made 2 super interesting a lot of paint over the years. And the reason it works so well is because it's updating that point cloud of 640,000 laser measurements every second to the brain of this car, showing exactly what's in front of it. In fact, it works so well, as you can see here, I can maneuver all around these obstacles in real time with all the windows blacked out, looking just at that point cloud in a VR headset.
Okay, easy bike guy.
My Tesla on autopilot, however, only relies on simple cameras and its image processing to navigate the world. So to see if that tech is just too simple, came up with a 6-part LiDAR versus camera head-to-head face-off, culminating in a history-making first Tesla versus cartoon physics test. Okay, so we're starting out with a car with the LiDAR. First test is just kids standing in the road. Not sure why he's doing that. It's very unsafe, so we want to be extra careful.
Okay, hit it.
The testing speed was 40 miles an hour from a single touch, which meant the LiDAR would have to detect the kid and then slam on the brakes at least 60 feet in front of it. And it turned out, that's all it needed. Now it was Tesla's turn.
This is a terrible feeling driving straight at a kid, but this is for science. All right, we are up to speed.
And with just simple cameras, the Tesla was speeding fast,
Oh no.
but did detect the kid.
Oh God!
okay.
Not in time to fully hit the brakes.
Oh no. He was even a Crunch Labs fan.
Now, if you're a Tesla owner, there is a silver lining, because we were relying on the automatic emergency braking system to stop for the car. And because it assumes the driver's paying full attention while fully driving the car, it only hits the brakes when it's 100% sure there's a problem in order to avoid false positives. So the alternative is to use autopilot. And that assumes the driver isn't paying much attention, and while the downside is you get way more phantom braking and false positives,
That was ridiculous.
the upside is you're less likely to be charged with vehicular manslaughter. Because you can see here on autopilot, it actually stopped in time. So I decided to be nice and call the score 1-1, and then I'd be even nicer by using the more conservative autopilot on the Tesla for all the remaining tests. Such as this one, where we now simulate the kid dashing out from behind a parked car using some clever engineering, giving the cars less than a second to identify the mannequin and stop themselves.
Here we go, getting up to speed. Oh, a ball came out. I wonder why that happened. Oh, kid! Another life saved.
Now it was the Tesla's turn on autopilot.
40 miles an hour. There goes the ball.
And impressively, it stopped with plenty of room to spare.
Wait, are these cars all like auto braking? All these other
cars.
cars are auto braking? Okay.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay, good.
The fog round.
Optically, with my own eyes, I can no longer see that there's a kid through this fog. The LiDAR has no issue. This will be interesting. Okay, here we go. Oh, wall of fog.
So we plunged through the fog, coming to a very sudden break.
Hey!
After which we saw the mannequin was not only still standing, but it was casting a really cool long shadow. Because the lasers don't pass through solid objects, just like how you can cast a long shadow with the sun because light doesn't pass through solid objects.
I don't have high hopes here.
But with the kid looked just as cool after the Tesla test.
Oh, fudge!
I mean, Solo does make everything look sort of cool, but that wasn't the only shot.
I actually hit the brakes there.
That was on autopilot.
The cameras didn't even hit the brakes at all. The only thing still on is the pants. That was a bad one.
And now that LiDAR had taken another W,
Time to make it rain!
the next test was see if the cars could spot the kid under a torrential downpour made up of maybe too much water.
This is really interesting. See, the Tesla can see the kid, but as soon as it starts raining, the kid is gone.
And it was similar in the LiDAR car, where you first got a clear image of the kid and the shadow. Once we started the hose,
Oh, you see all the water going in. LiDAR might struggle here. Okay, here we go.
and as the wall of water started, LiDAR seemed to not slow down at all.
Boy.
Until the last possible second.
Another W. Now I just need the rain to stop. You know any good rain dances? Rain to back up. Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Now the LiDAR had surprised me. It was time to see if Tesla could as well.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And sadly, it did not. And
Okay,
though
go
I
to
did
the
everything I could,
Yeah, he's no longer with us.
so it was on to the penultimate round 5, where we had 6 of the brightest Big Brick Wall Ultimate Grand Finale. Scientific papers have actually been written on this exact scenario, debating theoretically what the Tesla would do. But we were here once and for all to silence all the debates with cold hard data. All right, so LiDAR is perfect, and testing in our brains is advanced enough that we with no problem. So the question was, would the Tesla detect and stop for this Wile E. Coyote-style painted wall that was hiding yet another child staring at nothing during what might be his last minutes on Earth?
One way to test that hypothesis. I was actually supposed to go, but I chickened out. Oh. The car may not know it's a wall, but I know it's a wall. Everything in your body says, don't drive into a wall.
Moving an inch? The question was if the Tesla would detect it in time to step on the brakes. And it turned out...
Holy
So I can definitively say for the first
People lost their shit. They're like, this is perfectly cut out. Yeah, no shit. They cut it out on purpose. They're like, oh, it's fake because it would never make this cartoon-looking hole through the wall otherwise.
time in the history of the world, Tesla's optical camera system would absolutely smash through a fake wall without even a slight...
This is their gotcha. Like, oh, no shit.
Right,
Really?
I thought the gotcha had to do with like the camera stuff looked like it came from the wrong phone or something.
Like, it's just the cope of people.
Well, what about the phone claims? Were those true or are those all fake?
That he changed the logo. He's probably sponsored by Google. Like that he reversed the Google logo.
My chest!
He released the raw footage of him crashing into the wall. And now they're not
It's like we lost
talking
Oh, so they
anymore.
don't make that claim anymore. Okay.
I think I might Uber home, but that's not all, folks, because while LiDAR proved itself the superior car
Wait,
technology,
I don't
it
understand
actually
why
did the
Tesla owners would get mad at this. Like if they're only
Because it's like you're not being fair. This is not the latest autopilot, and also
well, but the tech is just visual, right? So
Yeah.
it has to. Of course, a brick wall would trick it. It's going to trick whatever a human vision would be tricked by, right?
people are saying the on-stream chat is stuck.
Because the DGG is down.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh,
Way to go.
say the hard R.
Why? My stream is still up.
What?
What? You're on something tonight.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.